Alright, how are we going? Let's turn this way. Oh, how you going? So this is a morning live, which is pretty cool. It's an old wiggy pot. What's a wiggy? I think you meant woggy, didn't you? Yeah. It is. It's an old woggy pot. It's Nonna's, I think, actually. I don't know how I got it, but I'm glad I got it because when you want to cook pasta, you want a big pot. So, you know, that water's boiling because imagine if we had to wait for the water to boil while doing this. So I'll just wait for a few more people to jump on. Yeah, you have to use a big pot, especially when you use making spaghetti, which I don't know if you saw the ingredients. Did you guess what we're making today? Maybe, yes, no. But yeah, we'll just wait a few minutes and yeah, we'll get this party going in a couple of minutes. So stay there, and I'll be back. Right, I think that's a few minutes enough. How are we going? You're coming for lunch? Well, you better be quick. I mean, all the way from the eastern suburbs. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for tuning in. This is what I'm making today is gonna be something quick. It's not gonna be a drawn out live thing like the past two have. Now the past two have because we're making a few things, whereas today we're just making the one now. This dish here is great, it's quick, it's easy, and it's one of those ones if you come home late at night, you know, after a gig or after a night out, you can quickly whip it up. Tastes amazing, especially if you don't want that shitty kebab kind of thing, or you know, Macca's on the way home. You can make this, it doesn't take long at all. Once your water's boiled, it'll probably take you about 10 minutes, so hence the reason why this isn't going to go that long today. But thanks so much for tuning in and checking it out. But I'll bring you over and we'll get started. Alright, you can see my kitchen. Okay. There we go, that's right. Now, okay, so what we're going to make today is spaghetti aglio olio. It's an old favourite of mine. We're going to be making enough for two people. They're healthy, two healthy serves. But what you need is you'll need, importantly, olive oil. That stuff right there. Extra virgin olive oil is what you'll need. Salt. Chili, 3 cloves of garlic, 3 decent cloves. If you like garlic, you can put one more in. I usually do one for each person and then one for the dish, kind of like when you make mashed potatoes. Here's my knife. You can see it there. It's backwards, but it says the Bohemian Vegan. That's from Baccarat. Parsley. Now, I've got to look you in the eye on it. Don't buy parsley. Parsley grows anywhere. Literally, go to Bunnings, get some seeds, throw it in some dirt. Within a month, you'll have a parsley bush healthy enough for you to use, and it'll just keep growing. It's like a weed, but a really tasty weed. So, don't buy parsley. Plant it. Use your own. It's better fresh than being in the fridge. So, and that's it. That's all you need. You don't need much. A bit of salt. Now that salt's only for the water. Hence the reason why we're using the rock salt. Now you'll need a fair bit of it. There's that whole thing of, you have to have enough salt in the water so it tastes like the Mediterranean. This is true. It has to taste like proper seawater. So you'll need a fair bit because I've got a bit of water in this pot here. And the reason why you want a lot of water in the pot is because you want the pasta to kind of like swirl around in it, cook in it proper, not stick together. Do not, and I can't be clearer, do not ever put olive oil in your cooking water for the pasta. Never put it in there. And I'll tell you why. Because what happens is it makes the pasta greasy. Now, if the pasta's greasy, it's not going to stick to the sauce that you make. The liquid gold is that pasta sauce, is that starchiness, and that's what helps the sauce stick. Whatever sauce you use, whether it be butter sauce or just tomato, cream, whatever. Do not use olive oil in your cooking sauce. You do, I'll smash that olive oil out of you. No, I won't do that. But do not use it at all. Stuff in pasta. Alright, so first what I want to do is want to lift the lid off this. Like I said, it's been boiling for a while. I'll just pop this over in the sink. Get my trusty wooden spoon out. Or one of the trusty wooden spoons. So yeah, you want a good handful. Or like, as my mum would say, Nupunyi sali. Gotta have Nupunyi sali. It's always Nupunyi sali. Just stir it in. Nice. Now the beauty about this is the amount of time it'll take for the pasta to cook is the amount of time that your sauce will be ready. So what we'll do is we'll just pop that there, and we'll chop up our things first. I might get this chopping board here because I really like this wooden one, and I don't want to get it too stained with the green parsley and the smelliness of the garlic and that. Now, garlic, when you're chopping it, really important. You don't want to mince it. I don't like it minced. You shouldn't mince it. What you should really do, because you're going to be cooking it, is finely cut it. And the way we do that is you need to peel the garlic. How do you peel the garlic without crushing it? I'll show you. What you do is cut one side almost all the way, and just pull the garlic up, and it'll just peel away. And do the same with the other side. There you go. And now what you can do is should just easily peel away. Should. Sometimes it doesn't, but it is what it is, You have smelly garlicky fingers. Make sure you wash your hands after making this as well, because aside of the smelly garlic's taste and smell and all that, you'll be working with chili as well, so you don't want chili on your fingers. You put chili on your fingers, rub your eyes, then it's not going to be nice. That's one. Just peel that off. How's your Saturday morning going? Yeah, definitely grow your own herb patch. I've got mine growing outside. I've got sage growing out there. Greek basil, unlike the Italian basil, the Greek basil is pretty hardy. It's really flavorful, and it doesn't die when you look at it. It's really good, especially when you're making pizzas like I do. It kind of retains its shape a bit more. So, but yeah, got that growing out there. Some thyme, some oregano, and what else we got out there? There's chilies. There's so much going on over there. Actually, I can't remember what I've even planted. I know that there's some fennel coming through as well. That's not a herb. I'm just. Well, it can be used as a herb actually. The fennel grass can be used. The green part at the top, you know. All right, so let's get rid of all that paper. Yeah. So what you want to do is you want to thinly cut it. So when I mean thin, say thin, I mean thin, like super thin. Like almost like paper if you can. Because what's going to happen is you're going to cook this in the oil and it's almost going to melt away. Almost. So you want it super paper thin. Even when you're making sauces like ragu or something like that and you're using garlic, finely chop it because you'll get more taste out of it and it'll just melt away in your sauce. I don't mind it chunky, to be honest. I actually don't mind just crushing it and putting it in the tomato sauce and having it cook. Like the longer it'll cook, the softer it'll get, and it almost just disappears anyway. But I like that garlicky kind of taste. Like I said, if you like garlic, use more. If you don't like it as much, use less. There's no real rule, but yeah, like I said, one per person, 1 clove per person, and then just one for the dish. If you can't cut that last part, just throw it out. Alright. This last one here. Now there's super important parts coming up now. We're going to pop this in the pan, but I stress to you guys that don't heat up the oil. Just put the oil in the pan and then the garlic and then turn it on to a medium low kind of thing. Because what you want to do is if you have the oil too hot, it's just gonna burn. You don't want to burn it. You want to make it go golden, maybe even like have it just sweat out, but that's about it. So I'll bring you over. Let's see if this will fit here. Alright. How's that? Is that alright? That'll do. Right, so what you want to do, I'm just going to cover that boiling water so it doesn't evaporate too much. We'll chuck the pasta in there in a sec. I usually just put enough olive, like, as Olio, there's going to be a lot of olive oil. So you want a fair amount in there. Just kind of enough to cover the pan, like that. Right, so you just kind of have that kind of thing happening. So when you got that, that's perfect. So what you do now is you chuck in your garlic. And what I like to do, I like to put in the chili at this point. That way the oil gets hot, like the chili hot, spicy hot, and it brings flavors to the oil. So you don't need much. For 2 people, you probably only need half a teaspoon or something like that. I'll just give it a bit of it, like that much. I usually like it a bit hotter, but if you want it a little bit hotter, add it later. There's no rules with that either. Now what you want is to switch it on to a medium low, like that, and just give that a stir. Like that. Now there's going to be a lot of kind of doing nothing and waiting and stuff, but you want to keep an eye on this because you don't want to. Yeah, that should do. You don't want to burn the oil. You don't want to burn the garlic. If you burn the garlic, the taste will permeate through the oil, and you don't want that. Thanks. It is a really nice kitchen. It's cool. I like it. Oh, g'day, Nikki. How you going? All right. So we'll turn that on. We'll come back over here. How's that? That'll do. Alright. So what we'll do is you get the spaghetti number 5 from Barilla. Barilla make really good pasta. They're always spot on. Always spot on. Now for 2 people, you probably need, it's a healthy serve, or healthy 2 servings, half a pack. You could probably get away with serving maybe 3 or 4, but half a pack's generally what I go for. So 250 grams. I think that's half pack there. We'll get a bit more, hey? 1 for the pot. Alright. Yeah, so if you use any pasta, use Barilla. Not only are they amazing, but the packaging is cool because they use a little plastic window thing here. That's about it. A lot of it's all cardboard, so they're using less plastic. It's less impactful on the environment. Okay. Now this spaghetti's got no egg or anything in it. It's just made from semolina, durum wheat, and that's it. So, and water from that. I'll show you how to make it one day. This here. Now what you want to do? Just want to pop that in. Now that's salted. So just pop that in there and just let it kind of, see that, there we go. See, with the big pot, you're not going to have so much overhang that the residual heat's going to burn it. How are we going over here with the garlic? Over the stir. Yeah, the oil's starting to loosen up a bit. So you want to just coax that in there. It's starting to soften a bit. I'll get back to all your comments too, by the way. There will be a little bit of downtime with this. Oh, you can already smell the garlic, by the way. It smells great. Okay, so yeah, you want to just kind of give it a good stir. Get that water around the spaghetti. Get it in there. Now you want to keep an eye on this because you want to give it a stir every not minute or so, but give it a stir, because otherwise they will stick together. Now we'll get onto the parsley. This is from my garden, and it's been rinsed and washed and all that. You don't have to worry about that too much. The way I like to do it is fold it in half, like that. Now chop the stalks and all, because that's where all the flavour is. So yeah, you just want to give it a good fine but rough chop, if that makes sense. I mean, this is very rustic dish as it is. Doesn't take long, so don't need any finesse with this. Now I'll just give it a good bunch. If you want more parsley, put more parsley. If you don't want as much, don't, but put it in there anyway, just the same. Now there's no cheese in this dish, so don't add it. This is what I mean by making sure you keep your eye on it. So get that pasta and just stir it around. With the spaghetti, just stir it around. Because you want the bubbles to kind of dance around the spaghetti strands or noodles. Just keep that half on there. So yeah, give it a good chop. Okay, that'll do. So what we'll do is I'll just put aside a little bit like that. That's more for like just to add a bit later, like fresh garnish. But yeah, there's no cheese, no nothing, so it's traditionally vegan. Does it come from a time where we had, when I say we, Italians had nothing. And, here we go. Keep it on this oil too, turn that down a bit. You don't want that to burn. Because if it burns, it's going to be disgusting. But it's good. Alright, so that's been cooking for a couple of minutes. You probably want to cook it for about 8 minutes. So we'll go 6 now, it's just been cooking for a couple of minutes. A little bit of a stir. Turn that on low. I might actually put on that back burner. Just to give it less heat, because you just want to slowly just, you know, like sizzle it. It's a very slow process. Let's have a look how this pasta's going. Oh, beautiful. Now the reason why you want to undercook it, and just under al dente, so you want to take it off about, you know, 2 minutes before it's actually the cooking time, is because it's going to cook in the other pan as well some more. We're going to put some pasta water in there and it'll cook some more. So let's just have a look. That should be okay. We'll bring it. What's that? Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. But yeah, you know what I mean? It's just nice and you can really smell it. It's beautiful. Yeah, you don't want it to get any more golden than that. So that's why we're putting it on the lower heat. Like on the lower hob, to be honest. Don't you hate it when the garlic just sticks to this bloody thing? Alright. Just get the pasta dancing around in the bubbles. You want to like have a good time in there. You want to have a party. Alright, there we go. Now, let's have a look. See what's going on up here. Oh, you always throwing too much, yeah. It's easier to do. Oh, thanks. Yeah, the setup's cool. We've got a nice little thing there, stove and that. Got my kitchen there, books up there, all this kind of thing. Yeah, it's pretty. Breakfast bar. It's pretty cool. I like it. Yeah, I got to get a veggie patch going, to be honest. It's just save money, I guess, but that's a lot more fresh as well. Just wait for all you legends out there. Thanks so much for jumping on. And yeah, how are we going? Oh, we're looking good. We're looking good. Pop that back there. So much better when the Wi-Fi works, hey? All right. So that kind of is a bit much. So what we want to do, we'll put it back on this hob. So it's golden. You don't want it any more than that. Trust me. We've got 4 minutes. So we're gonna get some of this pasta water, and we're gonna chuck it in here. Yeah. Want that tapping. So you chuck this hob back on. Turn it off. And that'll give that sauce some more flavour. So you just want to kind of like put that on the medium, and bring that up, and that'll help the flavours through. Yeah, we didn't burn any of the garlic, thank God. When I do these kind of things, I get distracted, and I tend to burn stuff, which is not cool, not at all. So yeah, you don't have to add salt. The salt will be in the water. Pasta's actually. Let's have a little bit of a. I've set a timer for it, but I like to, you know, taste the process as well. So, a couple more minutes. Do not throw the pasta against the wall. Like if it sticks, it's ready. Don't do that. Whoever cleans up after you, crack the shits. I've done it. It wasn't good. Right. So I'll turn that up. Get that kind of boiling a bit. Just cook that down a bit. Oh, wrong. Well, if I put on the right hob, it'd be great. There we go. I don't know how I don't burn the house down half the time. I'll tell you, I nearly did with the pizza oven. It's crazy. Almost had to call the fire brigade and everything. No. So get that going there. Get the garlic all through there. Beautiful. And that water will cook down a bit. That's what we wanted to do. And what we're going to do too is we're not going to strain the pasta. No. We're going to bring it directly from there to there. Don't strain it. If you can help it, don't strain the pasta, because that starchy, salty water is gold. That's where a lot of the flavour comes from. That's also what emulsifies, helps emulsify the sauces like this. It looks pretty liquidy, it will emulsify. Screw that down a bit. Alright. Take that off. Where are we going? Yeah. I always kind of set a timer, just in case I forget. Again, that's just me, I forget these things. There we go. A special sound. Right, so I'll switch this off and turn this around like this. And I'll bring this over. That way we don't spill too much on the ground. So you want to just kind of get that in there. And I'm going to turn this up. Maybe I turn up too high. There we go. I think that's all the pasta. Pop that there. And we're going to just emulsify it. Now this is where we chuck in our parsley, like that. And the parsley just makes it smell so good. I feel like there's not enough chili in there though. I think I might add some more. What you can also get is chili oil. That stuff's amazing. Don't use, you can use fresh chili too if you want. Fresh chili is really good. See how the water's kind of evaporating and emulsifying and all that sort of just toss that through. Whee! It's always me to make a mess in here. That's if you haven't got the flicky wrist action, just doing that will do it as well. And see how that water's all evaporated now? And that is essentially almost there. Almost. Beautiful. Stunning. All right. Turn that off. Now this is where we come to where I want to actually take a photo of this later. So we're gonna, well later, I'm gonna do it after, straight after this. That maybe. Knife can go in the sink. I'm gonna bring this over. Just gonna get rid of this. I'll bring you over. There we go. All right. So this has worked for me before, but we'll see if it works for me now. I don't know if it will. No, probably won't. You know what I'm gonna do? Give it a messy little go. Straight on here. A little the other way. And like I said, this is perfect for late night, a late night nosh. There you go. Beautiful. Pop that there. We'll bring this up here a little. Get that fresh parsley from before. Sprinkle it all over on the top. And voila, it's done. Beautiful. Maybe add a little more chili at the top, just for looks. And we're done. And that concludes our Olio tutorial. Thanks so much for tuning in. It was great having you guys. We'll do it again next week. Don't know what we'll make. If you've got any suggestions, please just send me a private message and let me know, or I'll post this on the page. Comment down there on what you want to see, and yeah, we'll take it from there. But yeah, this will be saved onto the page. So yeah, thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Cheers.